Hi everyone, this is Mark and Laura from Apollo, and we're going to go through a few questions we've been asked. Getting into supply teaching, so what would you say to someone who's thinking, I'm not sure if supply teaching is for me? Where do you even start?
So I would say that they would need to firstly find their local agency, because obviously local staff, local schools, and they could do that by just Googling their area, and then they could find us, give us a call, and we could send them over the forms.
Yeah, definitely. So what one piece of advice would you give most often to new supply teachers? What do you reckon?
I would say that they just all need to be available for the days that they are available, punctual when they arrive, helpful, friendly.
Yeah, I would say if you were going to say what your availability is, that you make sure that is what you're going to do.
Yeah,
and if you're not, then update the app and tell us that you're not going to.
Helps everyone.
Yeah,
then,
definitely.
It? So yeah.
And just be proactive with things, because I think a lot of schools are always looking for people to go into the school, be proactive.
Do you want me to do this?
Yeah,
do you want me to do that?
Definitely.
Not just go in and just be shown all the time. Show a bit of initiative.
Yeah, initiative is a good one, yeah.
How has the typical path into supply work changed into recent years?
I don't think it's changed that much at all, really.
It's just got busier, I suppose.
We're just a lot busier. So people who do come in, like I remember when we first started, people who come into supply may not have had as much work as they do now, because we're so busy that anybody who comes in, they just go straight into a long term, straight into work, and whatever they want. If someone wants to work 1 day, 2 days, 5 days, they're just straight in working, aren't they?
And I find now that a lot of people, like if they've had maternity or they've been off, got children, then they want to do 2-3 days. We can often get the other person to do 2 days. So it makes up that week, which hasn't always been the case.
Yeah, definitely. It kind of brings us on to this. So reality of flexible work. So supply teaching is often sold as flexible. What does that look like in practice? Well, exactly what we just said, really. So if you want to work 1 day, 2 days, 3 days,
you can.
Yeah, just say what you want to work. Like we have some people, but it's easier for us if someone says to us, I'm not available now for 4 weeks, say. Because we'll just block them out on the app, and then, or they can block themselves out on the app.
Yeah, not
and then we don't bother them, and then straight away then, as soon as they're available again, they can just work.
Yeah, definitely. So what are the biggest trade-offs if you don't choose supply over a permanent role? Again, the same sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, flexibility is a massive thing in that, isn't it? So we get a lot of people, like my mum, come to work for us who finished a permanent role. She only wanted to do one day a week, which worked perfectly for her, while she did a couple of... What was she doing? I can't remember now. Was she doing...
she only wanted to do...
Yeah, because she had a... So she was part-time in a role for 2 days, and then she picked up the odd days with us. So that happens a lot as well, where people have got another job and they want to pick up odd days with us.
And definitely, I think for schools as well. So for the school's point of view, if they only need someone like a couple of days a week as well, like that gives them more chance to know who they like as well. So they build up a pool of staff who they want. So they just ring up and say, is my regulars free? And then they're happy because they're going back to the same schools. The school's happy because they got who they like. And that's normally what works if you keep on going back and forth, isn't it?
Definitely. What should new supply teachers expect in terms of workload and routine compared to permanent roles? So the workload in primary and secondary is as a permanent staff, really.
Yeah.
So you're expected to mark, you're expected to teach the class. It depends what you're doing, really. Like if you're a TA, then it's more like obviously you're not expected to mark and stuff like that as a TA. Cover supervisor, it's more of just looking after the class. You're not expected to mark. Classroom control. But yeah, I think if you are teaching in a school, no matter primary or secondary, you're treated as a like a normal member
of staff on that day.
Where you are expected to mark, you are expected to teach the children. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
You might not take home the pressures that the permanent member of staff would take home.
But you've still got to do that day and mark everything. And leave it good enough for the teacher who's coming back
to
come back the next day.
finding the right schools and placements. So how do you match a teacher support staff to the right school?
Location.
So yeah, location. So a lot of the time, like, so we'll get CVs, won't we? So straight away we'll look at a CV, we'll see where they've done their first
If they've
placements
been
in
there
university.
before, that
Yeah,
helps.
so a lot of people will have worked in a school, done placement through university. So as soon as someone's active, that's the first thing we do. Look at the CV,
ring
where
the
they
school.
where they done placements, or speak to other offices that that they might have done placements in.
And get a little bit of information on that person.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they could
definitely.
say
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
amazing,
yeah.
I'll have them here, I'll have them there. So that always works.
Yeah.
Familiar face as well.
And the same with support staff. So some support staff will have done placements from
in
college.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, just get them in the right school that way then.
Yeah, and they'll always say where they want to go and
Yeah,
where they
and
don't
obviously,
want to go.
and area as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if someone's from Cwmbran or Torfaen, then we'll look at getting them in Torfaen.
Yeah,
and we also speak to them as well about like
Sometimes,
whether...
though, people don't want to stay in their own
Yeah,
area.
exactly.
Do they?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
like
yeah.
to go further afield.
Like you do find that with teachers sometimes, don't you?
They don't want to teach in their own
exactly.
environment.
Yeah. Do you want to teach all the kids around the neighbourhood?
Around the street. What should supply teachers ask a school before they take the role?
Ask them
If there is any
what
particular
needs are in the school. Like
Yeah.
if they have got a year 2 class or taken on an English class in a secondary school or whatever.
Yeah. And where they need to be by the end of term or what do
Yeah,
they want
yeah.
from
They
that
like
class?
each school is going to have a different set of standards
Yeah.
that they want you to adhere to. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good just to ask a few questions about what the role intakes really
Yeah,
entails.
What's one thing you've seen that turns a good supply placement into a great one?
I think that people who just remember that they're on supply, because you get a lot of people become a little bit complacent when they go into schools,
And they're there a long time.
and they kind of become a little bit complacent when they've been into school. Just remember you're on supply. You're representing Apollo every day. Put in a good effort, and it just normally will come that you will get a placement out of it or get a permanent role.
Yeah, and
I think that's a big
sometimes
thing.
people go in a little bit too confident where they think that they can change things, but they are on supply. So
And
they
just
need to
remember as well that like that job will go out to everyone. You know, even if you've done a long-term role,
Don't necessarily think it's yours.
don't think it's yours. And just work hard all the time. Beyond having good teacher credentials, what mindset or soft skills help someone thrive in supply?
Again, it's just being a good, reliable, punctual.
Yeah, and it's like just
happy.
Yeah, just being let's say normal person. That's the word.
Just go above and beyond.
Always
like
get involved with everything in the school. Don't go sit in the car and have your lunch. Like go into the staff room. Get involved with all the little things that they do in the schools as well.
Yeah.
Like your Pudsey days and all that type of stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and even if you've got any material of your own. Be forthcoming with that. Bring things in. Don't always rely on the teacher that's not in to do things.
So what helps someone settle in quickly when they start at a new school?
Again.
Donuts.
That always helps. I just think,
Greg's coffee.
Just being joyful, helpful when you go in. And like you want to be there. Like I think you can tell, like the first person on reception when you walk in is the person that normally books supply. So if you're walking in like you've had a really hectic morning and you don't want to be there, automatically they're going to think, I don't really like this person. But if you walk in, all of the problems are gone in the car. Walk in, good morning, it goes a long way.
Yeah.
And
then they help you settle then as well, rather than them getting their back up straight away.
Yeah.
And,
before you know it, they're on the phone asking for them to come the next day. That normally happens, isn't it?
If you're hiring someone for supply work tomorrow, what one quality would you prioritise?
Reliability, isn't it?
Yeah, reliability is big.
Because if they say they're free and then they never answer their phone.
The main two are like reliability and punctuality. Like every single time someone's late, we get a phone call saying, "Where's X, Y, or Z?"
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah,
like if you are going to be late, let us know.
know.
We can speak to them.
Yeah,
and
it just
tell
softens
them.
the blow. As soon as we ring them and say so and so's phone, they are on their way, they're stuck in traffic. automatically they are fine then, aren't they?
And going above and beyond, do you know what I mean? Like when they're in the school, don't just do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, stay behind, do
Can I go?
extras.
Is it okay
yeah,
to go
yeah, yeah.
now?
It's okay to
Everything's
ask the
done, yeah.
questions. Is there something else to do? Do you know what I mean?
Get your bag and run out the
yeah,
door.
yeah, exactly.
What's the biggest myth you hear about supply teaching?
Yeah, the main thing is that people say that there's
It's
not enough work.
Yeah.
Like there's plenty of work about.
If you haven't got enough, you're doing something
But
wrong.
it's the problem is though, the biggest thing I find is that someone will say, I'm only available for this area. I can only go to these 2 schools, and then they expect and they expect 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. You know, it might happen, but you're relying on them 2 schools.
And
so having a little bit of variety, like I understand that some people who've got children or whatever got taken to schools and stuff like that. We get that. But if, you know, like we got some people which will get on a bus everywhere, won't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like whatever time they've got to be there, they'll do it. So you know, you can get to a lot of places.
Definitely, and all of our schools are all on local bus routes, aren't they? They're all
definitely.
In the major towns. Is there a one-size-fits-all expectation for how many days someone should work in supply?
No, not at all, is there?
No. I think if you're reliable, good, and you answer your phone, you're going to get that day's work.
I just and also if you are going to say what you're free, try and stick to that, or let us know in advance what, like say 3-5 days a week. Like even if some people are working for other agencies, like people, I feel people get a bit scared about telling us they're working for other agencies. Like it doesn't bother us. Like obviously I get it, you might be working with someone else. But if you're honest with us, then we know who's free and we know what to do in the morning then, rather than, you know. Yeah.
Obviously, though, I think
makes it more streamlined for us.
If you are free 5 days a week and you will travel and you will go anywhere, then obviously you are going to have more opportunity than you know, than you're narrowing yourself down to that one school on that one day. But obviously, not everyone can do it, can they? So I don't think there's a one size fits all. I just think that you just need to.
Just be honest.
Communication, isn't it?
Just be honest with what you're doing.
Yeah.
Supply
100%.
teaching is only for teachers, not support staff. Well, obviously not. Like, we got teachers, support staff, we got everything.
Cleaners.
Caretakers, cleaners, we got bloody
admin,
drivers.
Anyone that wants to work in a school, we can sort, can't we?
Yeah, definitely.
There's always a demand for things, so that's not.
I'd say like sometimes there's more demand for TAs, isn't there? Yeah. So how can supply teachers use placements with Apollo to build a strong reputation that leads to long-term opportunities, including permanent roles? Well, like you say, you could do one day somewhere, and they could have a permanent role starting in a couple of weeks, and that one day could have been your way in of them knowing who you are. You've gone in, you've done that one day work. They know a little bit about you already. And
making themselves known, because you never know. Like there's a lot of schools out there that got the same head or deputy over the 2 schools.
Yeah, like we had someone the other day, didn't we, ring us up because a head teacher had spoke to another head teacher saying how good the supply that we've had. So just doing one good day in one school could lead to lots of opportunities in other schools.
100%, yeah. How does working across multiple schools help teachers discover the environment that suits them best?
I think all schools run a little bit differently. Because I remember, a lot of our supply, I can go back to my mother again, but but my mum used to say that when she went into different schools, she couldn't believe how different each one was. So, and you might find that some routines are not suitable to you, and you might want to prefer to not go to them schools, and then vice versa.
And even just giving it a go, because some of them you might not think, ALN is your thing. You may do a day there and absolutely love it, and then, say that they only want to do that. I would say, give everything a go.
Yeah, definitely. You can at least go once, isn't it?
Go once, and if it's not for you, it's not for you.
And don't walk out. Yeah. So where do you see supply teaching heading in Wales and England over the next 3 to 5 years? So we just can't. It's going to increase. It just feels like it's just ever since we've been here, it's going increased. So I can't see why not.
Yeah.
Why that is.
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle. A lot of people just wanting to do odd days now rather than going into permanent roles, which brings more staff to us.
Yeah,
and then
retirement. People wanting to retire, but at the same time they don't want to let their career go, so they're happy for 2-3 days a week.
And you'd be surprised how many, the majority of our staff are that, and they really.
Yeah.
And
mums who want to, want to have a couple of days home with their little one. They'll work 2 or 3 days, and dads. So yeah, definitely increasing, but also definitely because of lifestyle that we have now. And let's hope it does increase.
Always. Some say supply teaching is just casual work with no future.
Oh, we'd have to disagree, wouldn't we?
No, it's not. Like, we've got some people, like I've been here, well, we both have, haven't we, 14 years, and I've got, it was a couple of members of staff, isn't it? I won't name any names, but who have been with us from the start, and they use us as their main income, and they've always have. And so it's definitely something that you can do as a future.
And don't forget, like, people on supply, we've got thousands of people on supply that don't want long terms. They're happy with their little day-to-day.
Yeah, that's another thing, isn't it? Because we get quite a lot of schools
that ask for people and they don't want it.
Yeah, they'll say, oh, can you, like, we want you as a permanent member of staff, and they go, no, I'm happy on supply.
Happy,
because they're just happy with the flexibility more than anything.
Yeah, so no future is, that's
definitely
not true at all. If a teacher has the option of a permanent job versus supply, is supply always a risk? Less than a risk than a permanent job?
Yeah, it's a tough one, that, because like when someone registers with us, I would never say to someone who's got a permanent job to leave your job, because it's never guaranteed, is it really? Like what I say to people is, if you are available 5 days a week, you're willing to do a bit of travelling, you're going to get work. But you just got to answer your phone in the morning.
But we would never say leave.
No, never say leave a job.
You're going to
but
always get it.
It's entirely up to you. Like there is a lot of work, isn't there? So, with agencies placing teachers across different schools, how can consistency and quality be maintained, and how does Apollo make sure that happens? Well,
we do that.
Yeah, that's us ringing our schools every week,
every day,
building a rapport.
Yeah.
And
100%.
And we've always done that, and we always will. So 14 years down the line,
got friends
we're still doing it.
That we've made through doing this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We speak to more than we speak to anyone else. So.
Yeah, like I look forward to coming into work to speak to my schools.
Yeah. So, and we always know what they want, and they feel comfortable enough to tell us if somebody hasn't been what they want.
But as long as we are still here, they'll be there. And Apollo. If you give one beginner mistake tip to a teacher about to start supply tomorrow, what would it be? Confidence.
Confidence is
gotta
key.
be, isn't it?
Yeah. I think if you are a little bit nervous, then you should or try to put those nerves aside just for the initial meeting, or
be reassured that we will speak to the school. We will get
we'll let them
feedback
know
from you, for you, and we always feed that back to the staff as well.
So. I think that you've just got to go in and try and be, even if you're a little bit nervous, like nerves are good anyway. If you're nervous, it means that you care. So
definitely.
Just go in and try and be as happy and as confident as you can. What should a new supply teacher bring with them to school on day one themselves? I think the biggest thing, if you're going into school for the first time, is to have something prepared. Yeah, so especially if you're a teacher.
Yeah, normally if a school has asked, like I say, we've asked you to go in to do a year 2 class, normally that year 2 teacher has prepared work.
Yeah, but
sometimes not. So go in there prepared.
A little bit of material.
Prepared for the worst, really, that you haven't got anything prepared for you. And then, have a little bit of a backup.
Yeah.
Don't forget your lunch.
You might not be close to a shop.
How can a supply staff member stand out in the supply pool? Make themselves known. Like, I know obviously we've got availability, like, to put on the app and stuff like that, but like, let us know you're free. Do you know what I mean? Tell us about schools that you want to go to.
Yeah.
I know.
And also when they're leaving, like, they're going to say, if they are free the next day, say to the lady on reception, I'm free tomorrow if you need anything.
Well, that is something that we should make them do, really.
Well, I do.
I do. Oh, why do you let me know?
Like, if they are free, because it's nicer, and if they're not free, then the chances are of them trying to make themselves free. If the school's asked, they're going to be more obliged to go, actually, I am free, than us ringing them and saying, can you go back? So I always say to my people, can you tell the school?
It's a good idea, actually.
But that's kind of how you stand out, I suppose, and everything we've mentioned above, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Thanks everybody for joining us our first podcast. If you've got any questions, you can comment below. If you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.